Hello again, everyone. So we have just finished another one of these very pretty jars. Of course, it's not dry yet, but this one I've used some bling wrap around the edge. Okay, so I do want to make another quick craft, and because I'm very well aware that not everybody is into glitz as we are here, and also for our gentlemen. So this one is another lighted project, and we're going to make a lighted frame from Dollar Tree 8 by 10 frame, a gift bag. Now I did try so hard to find the Christmas ones, but obviously they're not out yet, so we're just using any kind of gift bag that we can find, and I just like the words on this one. And then we also need some kind of light form. I've also found these ones at the dollar store, which are Christmassy and quite cheap. Yes. And we also need some tape. Okay, so let's start. Have a pause. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this 8 by 10 frame apart, and I particularly chose this one because it has the edging, what do you call that, matting. I think, yes, I like this. So we're gonna take this frame apart, and it's just a cheap frame from Dollar Tree. These places are great. I am going to become a Dollar Tree queen because everything is $1.25. So we're going to be doing a lot of crafts that are from there. So when we take this apart, we have our frame backing, and then we have this piece, which I don't think I'm going to need. And oh, I didn't anticipate this, but you know, this is on the fly. So here we go with our unusual. I'm gonna go from here, and I think this is what. So from here, what we're trying to do is we're going to use the matting as the frame to decide which part or how we want our picture to look. So I'm just trying to decide that. I want to try and get as many of the flowers in as possible. So I think I might even let the words be about here. So once I've decided where it is, now I need a pen. To be able to mark where I want this to be cut from the bag. This is a really weird matting. I guess that's why it's so cheap. So I'm making my square. Oh. And obviously you need to cut it or position it so that you do not have your ties in the picture. So you can see I'm just going all the way down. I'm making a rough square of where I want to cut out. So we're just going to pause whilst I cut this out. So since we're doing this on the fly, we have now realized that it is best, because I think it'll be best to be able to glue it onto here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these off to make things easy, because this is not something that is usually on there, but I like this because we're going to need that space. So instead of, although I've drawn it through the first part, in the inner part, I think it's better if I draw it on the outer part so that I can now stick it on the edge. Okay, so now I have an outer square. I started cutting here and then decided that wasn't going to work, so we're going to cut the outer square and glue it onto here. So let me just cut and we'll come back with the next part. Alex. He said door. Okay, so now we have our piece of our gift bag that originally I started cutting, but you can see I've removed the holes, and all around the edge is now where I'm going to glue, and we're really going to focus on having this matting right in this piece here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do next. So we can either use craft glue. Okay, so the next part, as you can see, is I'm going to glue on my matting onto the gift bag, and obviously highlighting the piece that I want in there. You can use any kind of craft glue, but just because I want to do this quickly, I'm using my trusty glue gun. And I am going to glue it on to the frame. Actually, I'm going to do it this way so that I can see what I'm gluing. So if I turn it this way and then just got to the corner so that I can make sure I'm staying within the edges of what I wanted to, you see, create. Now, the only thing with the glue gun is you really have to be sure of where you are putting something, because once you glue it, it's kind of hard. So I'm going to use the glue gun. If you use the white glue, it does allow you to move things along. So if you're not really a good crafter, I suggest you use the white glue. But we're trying to speed things up, so we're going along. Now you can see I have covered up my frame, my piece of gift wrap or gift bag, but I am choosing to have this piece in my picture. So the next part is I need to think where I want my lights to be. What do I want to highlight in this picture? So for me, I want to highlight around my words. So I'm going to use my pen and just put some dots as to where I want to highlight. So maybe one here and here. And I think I've got about maybe 10 lights. Yep. 10 LED lights. You can use any lights, like actually I might use this one. I think that might be bulky, so let's change, and we're going to use this kind that has the lights on here, because I think this will be better because my frame, you know, is fairly thin. If you've got a lot of space, then you can use something else, but we're going to use this one. So this one, I don't know how many lights are on here, but I'm just going to use about 10 in the spot. It looks like it's got 20, but we'll just put as many dots as we think is going to be needed to highlight this picture. So I've started with 1, 2, let's do 3, because I really want the words to stand out. Let's do happiness right here, and one here, and here. Actually, I'm going to do right over blooms. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then obviously through each thing, 7, each flower, 8, 9, What else? Maybe a leaf. 10, 11, and I think up here could do with something. Maybe up here in these flowers. Okay, so I think I've got, actually, let's do one in this corner too. Maybe here. Okay. So as many lights as you have, or if you want less, you can put less. These are the places where I want my lights to be able to shine. So now that I've put these dots, I'm now going to use my scissor point just to make a little hole so that the lights will be able to sort of shine through. Okay, you want to stop? Yeah, okay. So now you can see it looks a little messy, but I've made these holes right where I want to. I'm going to show it underneath the light so you can see that that's where I want to be reflected. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put my lights underneath that. You want to start where most of your lights are. So I'm going to start with around here. I might even make some more lights, but we'll see. And what we're trying to do is these lights that you can, I'm going to try and zero in. They're very tiny. Can't see them? Okay, our videographer is saying we can't see them. But these lights are actually stuck on the edge. Oh, maybe I should put the... Okay. So now we've put batteries in. We can see our lights. And we are now going to position our lights around the dots that we have created. So I'm just going to, and of course now we're going to need our tape. Hopefully I've got some tape in here. Pick our lights right in the position where they need to be. So remember, you're trying to get them over the hole. Over the holes that you have made. And I've made one here. I'm trying to just weave these lights in any which way that are close to my hole. Can you see? And you may need to do some additional sticking down just as you weave them. I think I have a hole here. Yep. Oh, look, it's already showing through. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. Actually, I think it's really good that you choose this very thin, bendy one. It's very easy to work with, and it's really flexible to try to get them in position. Sit down and do this. Okay, maybe you can pause. So now this is what we've done on the outside of the back of our paper. And if we turn the lights on, really we've positioned the lights all through here so that when we turn it around, we can see this. So now the last thing is put it in our frame. So let's do that. Put it in the, yeah, okay. So we put it back into our frame, and we're going to leave out our battery pack. And we really want the battery pack to be somewhere near the edge. Oh, sorry. So we'll try and tape it so that it can lay down somewhere near the edge. And then we're going to put back our backing. And this one, I think, goes this way. Okay, so we're going to put this back in. And then we're going to bend over our pieces, our metal. And then we just have this to deal with. So because it's coming out of the corner, we can actually place it, and I've got a little bit of extra wire, so I'm going to bring it down here, or you could bring it to the other side. I think I'm just going to bring it here, and I'm just going to take that down. And my battery pack, I am going to use my trusty glue gun and glue it down in one corner. Make sure that you can still get to the button. So I'm going to glue it down in one corner. Okay, and it's stable. So now let's look at our finished product. So here we have our we've got some glitter in there from the other project, but you can make sure yours is not glittery. So this is our gift bag, and for now I'm just going to turn it to the back, and I'm going to turn on our very pretty lighted frame. So if glitz is not your thing, if you're a gentleman and you would like to do this with a more manly gift bag, great. Also, I'm going to do this again with some Christmas gift bags when I can actually find some. But I just wanted to give you another option of what you could do to let your light shine. So we can use, I got to turn these on. Pause. Okay, so I'll stand here first. This is now all my finished products. So if you are not into glitz, then we have another option, which is our lighted frame. So you can make a lighted frame with any gift bag that you choose and you want to highlight. I think this would make a good gift for a wedding or a baby shower, anything, or a birthday present. You know, just something that you want to highlight. And we just use a gift bag and a set of lights and a Dollar Tree gift frame. So this is less than $5. I'm the queen of thrifting. You can see we have got all kinds of shapes of vases that we've made pretty. We've put different color lights in, softer lights, changing color lights. You can be as creative as you want to. And these are my jewel that I found at the thrift store, which are actually, I guess they were lampshades. And I turned them upside down and put them on a candlestick, and now they look very elegant. So this is our first craft, and I'm happy to be encouraging others to join me in crafting with Christine. Bye.